Done? Ready? Looking at the front of the Chevy here, and two things have occurred to me. I've got to repair the bottom of the grill. It's much easier to get the grill out without it being part of the car. I have a small leak on the lower rad hose, and the fan is so close to the radiator that you either have to pull the rad or the water pump to change it. And the water pump was kind of a bastard, and then I was kind of thinking, well, all these other jobs are kind of adding up to just saying pull the front grill and headlight shell off of the car here, and then we'll take the radiator out, and then we will have access to the back of the grill, because I've got, we'll do a close-up, but there's some damage there. There's a dent here. This is all scratchy. You know, there's a dozen or so bolts to getting at it, but that should do it. Headlights are undone. It's kind of a job, but we've already got half of it apart from taking the hood off and everything, so I was just like, if we're ever going to pull this off and fix the grill, now's the time.
Need to wrap like this?
Oh my, I'll get just the headlight, I think. For now. Okay. Okay. We're not touching the fan or anything?
I don't think so.
Okay. Feel it. Why is it being such a bit?
Well, it's got like 10 inches, isn't it?
Yep. Okay, back.
Okay, very clear. You got all the weight, buddy.
Okay, you got it? Yep. I'm gonna just a little bit of water left, but that's okay.
That's just water though, right?
Yeah, no, there's no antifreeze in the car. There's the belt, and you can see it's just too wide. It's not going to go. So this would have been like, what would the service be? Would this be like the way, like if you looked in the book how to change that belt?
Take the front of the car off.
Take it out of the top one. There we go. Okay. Which way are we going? Going from your side or my side?
Your side, yeah.
Okay.
Still. There we go.
Okay. Right. I think we can see pretty good dent in it here, and just a lot of real ugly looking scratches up at the top, and should be fairly easy to sort those out, but the dent, it's right on a body line there. It's going to be a bit of a job, but anyway, I'm going to go get started on that, and once we have this piece polished up, I'll reassemble the outside of the grill here, and then we'll move on to fixing the grill itself. I just thought I'd get this little guy out of the way first. Okay, here we can see I've got the dent out where my thumb is there, and just lightly filed the worst of the gouges out of it. And really, I'd rather leave a little bit of a scratch than risk thinning the metal, so just taking the surface, you know, imperfections down a bit. And I got the dent pretty good, so I just mostly concerned that we keep a nice crisp line there. And yeah, so I will start sanding in the usual way here. I did a series on stainless on the Patreon channel, so I'm not gonna beat it to death again here. We'll cut to what it looks like in a few minutes here. You can see there we've got the rough work done. Dent is pounded out and it's all filed and sanded, and the, you know, just the general abuse kind of taken down a notch. So I'm going to leave it there, and I'll polish it when I polish the grill, which I'm going to start repairing now. So here's some of the problem with the grill. The major, this guy here is pushed way off to one side, has a big dent in it, and it's laying kind of on an angle. That is badly damaged here. It's flattened right off. and that's from the crank being in there to start it, and it's flattened that whole bar right out. And ditto, this one's flattened and pushed off to this side. These should be straight and square. That's not great. And ditto here, and yeah, bent and twisted, etc. So you can buy this little missing piece. So I have that. There's no point in putting it on with all this just looking like hell. So that's actually going to be pretty tricky to fix. I'm hoping I can get this centerpiece off and repair it separately. And to do that, we have to remove the emblem. Middle piece here is a steel bar underneath it. So if I can't get this away from the steel bar, I can't fix the dent. So I'm going to have to see if that's how that'll go. Luckily, fairly easy to get it off. I'm going to start by fixing that. You can see it's actually pretty straight still, so no problem there. And once we straighten out the painted steel that this wraps, then this should sit nice and true. So all I'm really worried about is this little dent. So we'll get started with that, and then, oh, there's another one here. I guess we'll do that one and that one. It's actually pretty hard to get in there to work it really very well, and it was pretty bashed, so I'm not sure how well that's going to turn out. I guess I hope that it just be good enough to walk by it. Another little guy right there. That one wasn't too bad. So anyway, on to the sanding part, and if I can't stand it, I'll pick at it a little more, but you know, it's not a total restoration either. We're just trying to make it a little more presentable. There we go, got her pretty close. It's not quite going to be perfect, but I don't think you're going to see it once it's all assembled. Got the little guy out, and the rest of it's pretty decent, so I'm just going to clean it up and polish it when I do the other bits, and we'll get ready to fix the rest of the grill now. Okay, I've straightened this center rib out. At least the edges of it are straight now. I'm just trying to roll it back on center here, and it might be easy or it might not. Let's see. See, the problem is that it's not bringing its little bracket with it. It's pretty close though. Okay, if we can get that straightened out, then we'll probably be all right. There we go. That's pretty decent actually. Okay, now I'm on to this and that, and these are just going to be as good as we can get them. They're not going to be great, but I think just restoring the symmetry of the grill and getting the couple of big dents out of it will probably make it pretty presentable. But these are pretty badly mangled. It's all kinked up here, it's kinked up in here. This is flattened right out. That's flattened right off. I don't know. I'm not getting super optimistic about that, but we'll give it a go. So dent gone, scratches gone, looks pretty decent, and just going to work on the grill shell itself here. There's a dent in the bottom of it. Let's have a look at that. Okay, I don't know if we can see it very well. There's a dent there, and a bigger one here. It would be nice to get rid of those. They're well under the bottom of the car, but this is really the only time I'll ever have access. So I'm going to get them out at least a little better. We'll just clean off the bottom of this rad shell here, and then we can start putting everything back together. We'll probably might as well polish a bunch of this up too while we're here, and just to get the whole thing looking a little better. Okay, I'm going to do the other one the same way. Not going to go beyond that. If we start getting too cute, it's going to take all the paint off, and I'd rather have the paint there than worry about that last little bit. So we'll pop that guy, and then we'll give it a little cleaning up, get ready to put all this back together. And actually, not bad considering the life it's had. So, okay. Here's the grill reassembled. There we go. And that looks pretty decent, and should be very much more presentable. And I'm going to leave it all taped up till it's safely back on the car. The hood slides in here, so this is a damage prone area. Did the center bar here, and this little guy is still available, so we got a new one of those. Put that in. Unfortunately, the grill is chrome plated, so I couldn't really polish any of the repairs out, and so we just got it the best we could, and it'll be fine. But yeah, it's a lot nicer now, and once that's back on the car, I don't think you'll notice any of it. Again, just keeping it taped up so that it doesn't get scratched before I even get it on there. Alright, good enough. Next time we see this, it'll be back on, and the front of the engine is all cleaned up now, thanks to my niece needing something to do for a few hours. So actually removing the grill and radiator allowed us to do a nicer job on the front cross member there, and just a few things that were hard to reach. Also got the proper fan belt on now, so good, ready to reassemble there. I'm going to quickly test the radiator, and if that proves to be not leaky, then good. Then everybody goes back in, it gets antifreeze, and then it's ready to test drive. So we should be test driving it soon. See, we got the dents out of the bottom there. A little bit of paint got lost there, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. You can see a big brushed in touch up here from who knows how long ago. And basically just cleaned it off, shined it all up, and see where it's oxidized more here, but we'll give it a little more polishing and see if we can get that all back. But more or less happy with how all that's going. Back to Puppy Dog. This is a regular contributor.
Same old shit.